Here at TMC, thematani.com. I'm your host, Eric Asmock, and we got a great panel today, don't we? We have a few folks back again this week. We've got Lash here. We've got him along with Bill, Whale, and Bunker. And we have a special guest today. We have Big Country from the Open Comm Show. Hey, BC, Woo! For those in the audience who might not know the Open Comm Show, which is one of the most fun shows we have out there on TMC,
easily.
You want to tell us a little bit about it?
I mean, it's just a talk show. I mean, we talk about Eve predominantly. I say that it devolves. It literally is. It's basically what happens when a bunch of guys just get together, maybe after work or on the weekend. You go to hang out somewhere, and just start drinking. Just hanging out and talking. That was the whole guys behind us. What we wanted. A little bit of Springer, a little bit of NPR, a little bit of The View. Mostly the Springer, but so I think we accomplished that.
Wait a minute, what part is The View?
That's what Dirk goes really hardcore into his opinion.
Okay.
And then,
So for the NPR part, do you do the whisper talk? This is Big Country, and you'll be listening to the Open Comm Show.
No, not so much. That's when we do. But that's when we start getting to more of the mechanics and stuff going on with Eve and whatnot. Try to enlighten people what's going on.
How does that make you feel?
Like we need more alcohol.
Hey, and we were roundly ridiculed by BC last week. We didn't drink enough. I like that kind of ridicule on a show. And so we're aimed to fix that a little bit today, don't we, guys?
I've got 4 different drinks here in front of me, so I'm trying.
Challenge.
Only 4?
Yeah, I had a party this weekend and nobody drank the alcohol, so I got a shitload left over.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Not a problem.
And I put my resub in there for us. So, hey, hooray, I have obeyed Hypno Kitty.
Hey, Eric Asmock, thanks for subbing.
The closest thing we have to Howard Stern. I don't think I'm anywhere near Howard Stern, guys. Maybe if we do Eve Vegas, maybe we'll have some lady friends on the show or something. Hey, as always,
ladies of the evening.
Yeah. As always, I want to encourage our viewers and our listeners, if anybody's just listening, to visit our sponsor, digitalblasphemy.com. They give us all our new backgrounds we use, and I used a little bit of a spring-like background for us today because it's been too damn cold this spring where I am. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah, so
it
rainy.
sleeted yesterday.
It was what, Bunker?
Sleeting. It was sleeting yesterday.
Yeah, we had sleet on Sunday. It was crazy.
It's been getting cold down here.
La Nina.
Getting cold?
Yeah, it's getting a little chilly.
You're in a nice warm area. I don't know.
It can be.
Ambi.
All right, what the hell are we talking about?
Well, we are going to talk about
The great state of Texas.
the great state of Texas. That's always a great topic. I love Texas. I've visited many times. Well, this segment is really all about anything we want to talk about. We can talk more about Open Comm Show if we want and stuff BC wants to talk about.
I can talk about games. I mean,
all right.
We got a lot of game stuff, I can tell you. So, I mean, I'm into games too, man.
Oh, I know you are.
It's not just about Eve.
Oh, I know. That's why I invited you.
Eve Master Race.
See, I need to see your little talking points things. So I don't run over you where you have your toes.
Oh, there's no running over toes. They're guidelines.
I mean,
More like
you don't understand. We have a
specific
running bet. When is Lash going to send us on a tangent?
You got a pretty good.
The answer is every 5 minutes.
You got a pretty good Humble Bundle going on right now.
Humble Bumble. Didn't you bring that up last time, Billy?
Yeah, about the Nintendo ones. They were legit.
Mm-hmm.
They got a different one now. It's they have the Deep Silver 2, which got like the Sacred and Saints Row, and then they have the Capcom Super Turbo, which has a bunch of the Resident Evil and Remember Me. That's a good game.
Was Saints Row the one where you beat people with big purple dildos?
Correct.
No, sorry, dildo swords. You gotta get this right.
Wanted to make sure that was it.
The
lady leaves the show and we all go dildos. Great.
Nice. Since this is a game show, haven't really seen all that. Y'all, I mean, I've been looking at this. If you go to the Humble Bundle, they have a thing called Humble Bundle Monthly, which is $12 a month. and they usually flash you like a good game to get you enticed. Like, okay, let's go back a couple months. February, it was Alien Isolation, and then a bunch of other games. March, it was Ark Survival Evolved was a game they got, and they gave you like I Am Bread, which is kind of a funny game, and Wasteland 2, which is kind of like if you've ever went to like the original Fallout, like the original that kind of game. And then last month in May, it was Mad Max plus a bunch of other games, and this is $12 for this month. It's Rocket League and then a bunch of other games. They don't show you until you subscribe.
Yes.
Is somebody a Rocket League fan?
Oh.
I love Rocket League, but I can't play it because my wife plays it and she goes absolutely fucking mental.
As he looks
In
off
what way?
the screen
In what way?
left.
You know, she's in there cussing, just screaming. You might hear in a minute. She must probably back there playing it.
Nice.
But,
That'd be great.
But no, I'm just saying, I like this site. Plus, they got a sale going for the Humble store. Does anybody else give Humble Bundle? I mean, I love Humble Bundle.
I bought them.
I'm very tempted to do the monthly.
At all.
Yeah,
The
now
monthly
that you-
seems like a really damn good deal.
Just afraid I'm going to
Talking
get
about-
a lot of stuff that I already have, I think that's the big concern with that.
Steam. Look at all these games I'll never play.
I know.
That's-
I know.
That's
What's your total Steam count, Lash?
Mine's what 180.
Let's go to the numbers, Jim.
Oh, shit. I got
But I love Humble Bundle.
99 exactly.
78. You got me beat.
I got 178 on Steam.
I don't even want to say what
But
I'm at.
it's 4 games. I mean, it's Eve, Rocket League, H1, and I think there's an anime faux porn one in there too. I don't want to talk about that one though.
Well, the only two games that I
My
rate,
wife was gone
was
for a
on
while,
sale.
so.
two games for me for tonight was going to be, oh my god, fucking Ark Evolved with a brand new badass looking map. It's double the size of the original map. Anybody here play Ark? Ark Evolved?
No, I want to, but I
What?
just haven't gone.
Why should I play Ark
I
Evolved?
thought this was a fucking gaming show. How could you not? None of
How
y'all
many
play.
Like
Dinosaurs,
good games
man.
here.
Well,
Hold on,
when
this is
Ark
one of
came
the
out, I
best
actually
games
played
ever. One of the
Let's
best
get
games
alright.
ever.
Why?
Oh, God, because the first one has got fucking dinosaurs. Second off, I'm telling you,
Dinosaurs, dude.
Ah,
They lost. We won. That's it. End of discussion.
the asteroid one, right?
Mammals 1, Dinosaurs 0.
The other game that came out that I almost bought, and I'm glad I didn't, was Homefront Revolution. Because of the massive writing going on in Steam about it. I mean, one day in and already just so much negativeness.
What is
I
that
mean,
like a third-person shooter? Or what is it?
Yeah, it's you ever played Homefront, the original one? That like it's like a first. It's like over the shoulder kind of shooter thing. Oh my god! Let me guess, y'all are Minecrafters.
no,
I
no.
have played
How you
Minecraft.
gonna
Oh
insult me
my
like that,
God.
dog?
for
You
years.
just met, man.
RuneScape.
I'm just kidding.
From Escape.
No, BC.
Oh my
I'll tell
God.
you what.
You mean adult
No,
Legos?
I mean like
Go ahead.
I have to go look. Y'all gonna have to friend me so I can see what games y'all play. Jesus.
I'm like the Steam loser because I usually buy most of my games and just drop them on my PC. But I have like 10 Steam games.
Well, you know what's the irony about
Ouch.
that? Tell me how you like to try to
Painful.
get them like physical instead of Steam. So I bought Fallout 4, got the disc, the actual like physical copy, put it in my computer, close the CD drive. It pulls up Steam and downloads it on Steam. There's nothing on the disc. So no matter what you do, you're gonna get involved in
Nice.
Steam somehow.
That's
Maybe
a
you
question
should try
I'll
to
ask. Let me ask you all this.
disable
How
it.
many people here actually have CD drives in their computers?
I do.
I do. Yeah.
I
Do
put
you?
one in.
Oh,
I built
wow.
it like that.
Movies, man. I gotta be able to watch
I
movies.
I have not put a CD drive in my computer in probably 5 years.
Now my next one, I might not just because the case looks so nice. I'm going for the Corsair Obsidian series cases, and
Okay.
it might ruin it. The lines are just so clean.
You could make a cup holder. You can get creative with that bitch. Like,
Yeah, put it on the back of the
Big gulp in
PCI
this.
slot.
By the way,
I mean-
we have Conscript X has 674 games on Steam.
Oh,
He said, "Don't
stop.
judge,"
or it
and he
didn't
always
happen.
buys the Humble Bumble, since part of it goes to charity.
Yeah, I mean the Humble Bundles get you. I mean, mine, like I said, I got 198 games. A lot of them I've never even played. like the 20-something Star Wars bundle I bought for like $8, and it gives me all the Star Wars games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like half of my games from I bought the Valve bundle, so it gives you like all of the Counter Strike,
Sure.
all
Oh,
of
yeah.
the
Half-Life
Half-Life,
2.
all of all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
since
Half-Life 2
we're,
is good. Don't you dare.
since we're talking
I'm
about
not.
bundles, right? I mean, how about the leak on the Steam Summer Sale, right? We can go into
Yeah.
anybody.
I don't even want to look at that.
What the
Now
date?
I know the date where I go broke. Yes.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
I mean, at least we have a date at least this time.
Yeah,
It's
a
not like,
date.
oh
I
shit,
think
I
it's
just
a-
spent all my paycheck.
the fact that that's a leak is so sad. They should tell us 6 months in advance so we can start saving up.
Mhm.
Yeah. They
Well,
get
I mean, just figure out when the Christmas sale is, and then just add 6 months.
So-
When they
so-
sneak it up on you, you're like, oh, it's the Steam sale, but I have no money. Thanks.
So I neglected to put the dates down. I probably could look up the tweet, but what were the dates? Does anybody remember?
23 June to 4 July.
Oh, okay.
And who leaked this? Was this Snowden or what the fuck? From Russia with love?
Nah, somebody hacked Hillary's emails and found it.
Oh yeah.
You don't need to hack it, dog. That shit was public. That's
Plain
the
text.
problem.
Yeah.
The NSA forgot to black that part out when they.
Ew.
Since I'm new, maybe I
predatory.
can ask a quick question.
Sure.
So let me just go across it again. I'm not doxing. So the guy with the horse hat. What game would you say is your favorite game right now?
Right now, I've been playing some Stellaris.
See,
Still.
that game looks interesting. What about you, white headphone guy?
Pocket card jockey, baby, all day.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say?
Oh no!
What is that?
Pocket card jack.
Pocket card jockey.
What is that? What kind of game is that?
We just
Yo.
like to call it pocket jockey when we talk to them. Big.
Yeah, it's for the 3DS. It combines solitaire and horse racing. Fucking great
Oh,
game.
that sounds cool.
What?
It's so
All right.
good.
Ow.
Well, what about you, host of the show?
I have been playing a shitload of PlanetSide 2 because I missed it the first round, and I'm
gotcha.
getting into it, and I really enjoy it. But
All right, what's up? Beats by Dre. What are you playing mostly?
Rocket League and Eve. I'm trying to live out of a wormhole right now, and it's a lot of fucking effort, dude.
Have you
Oh,
ever?
dude,
have
I've never
you
lived in
done
a
Halo
world.
Hey,
yet,
hey.
Lash?
Kids recruiting. Come on, Lash.
What about you, Bunker?
I'm an Eve player, wormholer, so that's what
Oh.
takes up all my time, or most of my time. Civ sometimes.
He pretends he's in the Imperium.
I don't pretend. I have a character in the
people
Imperium
do.
who I don't log in on. So
I like I said, I mean, I play Eve. I've been playing Eve since 07, but I don't know. Like I said, but I do a lot of streaming here too. But I think like my favorite games right now are like I'm really going hardcore on like Madden and shit like that on the PlayStation 4.
Ooh, yeah.
But like Factorio is one game that I'm addicted to that I have no reason why. But I don't know. Like I play any games kind of, but Ark is like I said, Ark's got a huge new map for those that play it. They say it looks like it's kind of what do they call it? Well, everybody says this now. It's very Tolkien. Like that's supposed to mean something to most people.
Really?
I just think Lord of the Rings, and then I try to figure out what that means.
overly wordy.
So there's like
everywhere.
dwarves and everything everywhere.
Yeah,
Harry
but yeah.
People are unnecessarily short.
You can also find the legendary dinosaur, the griffin.
There you go.
I'm shocked that y'all have not played the Ark. I mean, really is one of those games where it's like, I like it. They have this gate you build and it looks exactly like the gate from Jurassic Park. So when you open it, you definitely expect to hear the fucking yeah.
So
Jurassic
what is it about it that you like a lot, BC?
I mean, well, it's obviously the construction. You got to build shit. It's very kind of Minecraft-ish, obviously, but you know, you develop your character. You do as you level up, basically, you get these things. I don't know what they're called now, but you can basically start learning better stuff. You basically progress from like throwing stones at shit. Okay, you progress from clubbing and slingshotting stones at dinosaurs to knock them out to train them, to tranquilizer darts and sniper rifles and shit like that. So, I mean,
I like it.
How's
sorry.
the
I
PvP?
mean,
If it's
I know Scythe has played it a lot and he liked it, but I don't know. Never got into it.
so if
What's
it's
he go-
Minecraft-esque, what's the creeper equivalent in Ark?
oh my god, dude, it has to be the fucking alpha shit. So you have regular dinosaurs like raptors and tyrannosauruses and all this shit, but now they've added these things called alphas, which like are like super hardcore. And they just run up and they're just fucking just rape you. They're just like running through raping everybody.
That's like this tier 3.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you'll go out, you'll walk around, you'll be like, yeah, I'm having a good time chopping down trees, building my house, and then all of a sudden, you know, like in Minecraft, you hear that. You know, you turn around, there's a creeper.
Yeah.
Now you turn around and see this little red dinosaur that's like totally got you in his sights, and you're like, fuck, I'm dead.
Wow.
But no, I mean, I'm just kind of shocked, to be honest with you.
They in the chat they liked you renaming us, BC.
Well, because look, I see your names in Skype. I don't know what you have on your stream. So I didn't want to say, hey, here's your name, and the dude's like, thanks, dude. All the stalkers have found me.
Yeah, I do have to fix Lash.
Let's be Facebook friends.
Yeah, you call him like Lash and all this. I don't know who that is. I could be like,
How is Mills chatting? How is she typing if she's blind right now, dude?
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
She bullshitting
I
us?
don't know.
Is she really okay? And she just
She knows
didn't want-
Braille, actually. She's typing in Braille.
Just to find
oh,
the
you
home
got a
key.
mechanical
what I want to
keyboard?
know, and
Braille
maybe
key,
BC, you
bitch.
might want to come back for this one when we do the Jeopardy drinking.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
That's going to
Yeah.
Mills
happen.
is working on that game for us. It is gaming
Yeah.
trivia, which you'll probably win, and we're drinking. It's a new
She's
Helen
making
Keller
all the
keyboard
questions
from
as
Apple.
Animal
So
Crossing.
far, the best game we ever have. You can actually do a search for it. It's a drinking game.
Yeah.
It's a board game, and we did it back when we used to do the Shawnee Eve Radio. It was me, Dirk, and two other DJs. And you basically had to have. You're supposed to have 2 men, 2 women. So we designated Dirk and this other guy as the women. And depending on where you roll, there's actually stuff like if you're a guy, you have to do this. If you're a girl, you have to do this. It's totally a game to get chicks drunk. By the end of the night, me and the other guy, we did like 18 shots. Dirk and the other guy that was supposedly a girl, they did over 27, like 26, 27 shots.
How are you alive?
Oh, that's nothing. We've done way more
Everclear,
than
right?
that, but it was just funny. Everclear for the win, dude. Right now, we're Tito's Nation, by the
Ever
way.
clear for the win.
No, the good stuff they get is, so I work in a research lab, and inside our phones cabinet we have ethyl alcohol, 100% pure, 200 proof. It says that right in the label. Just like in case you want to party
Specializing in-
really hard.
Drinks
When I was
that make
19
people blind.
When I was 19, 19, 20 years old, 21, that's what my drink of choice was. Why not? For $8, you get a bottle of Everclear or Bacardi 151 and be good for the weekend.
Yeah, but then it
Box
just
of
tastes
wine.
like ass.
Who cares?
Box of
Who
wine.
cares? This is what the whole show is going to follow into this. Who cares what alcohol tastes like? Alcohol has a purpose. That's why I laugh when people go,
Will's
"Oh
down
man,
there.
you want to
I
drink?"
mean-
this?" You're like,
I
"Yeah,
can't
here."
drink.
Might as well just drink hand sanitizer at that
Well,
Somebody
you're
point.
down there saying like, "Give me a Zima," aren't you?
When somebody offers you a drink and they ask
Cinema.
I don't even know what that
what
is.
kind of beer you like,
Huh.
they obviously are not
Yeah.
thinking the same kind of drink I am.
I'm a hard cider type
By the way,
man.
I'm
Well, Chuck-
I'm doing my
Sorry.
first shot. First segment's over. Doing first shot.
If you're a real man, your philosophy on life is beers for procrastinators.
Sounds like a gunism right there.
I'm just saying.
That'll make the highlight.
I love those people that go, man, I like after a long day just to go home and drink me a beer. Well, what is that going to do you? By that, just take 2 or 3 shots and you really have a nice evening.
No. What you need to do is get one of those bomber bottles, the 750s, of like a good fucking like quadruple stout or something that's like 14%, and then you'll fucking feel that.
Stout.
I gotta ask, what's
Fucking
what's Mills Made by Blue
dodecahedron
Wave?
stout.
Oh man, it's just like that shitty ass like liquor that all the college people drink. Just like,
I'm
ride the
sorry.
wave,
I
baby,
can
ride the
talking
wave.
about-
only I can only speak of Tito's handmade vodka out of Austin, Texas, because we are
Jesus,
unofficially
thanks,
not officially sponsored by them. So
Unofficially,
Is
not
Blue
officially.
Wave like Wild Irish Rose?
No, it's like
Mad Dog
was it
2020?
Curacao Blue or whatever that
Oh,
terrible
God.
or UV
Like
Blue. No, it's
Midori?
UV Blue. That's what I meant.
I don't know.
It's gross though.
Cider mead.
There shouldn't be
cider mead.
blue.
We
It's
could
brown
do a
or
whole show
nothing.
just talk about alcohol. Look at that. I mean, I'm telling you, we've converted so many people. I'm really kind of pissed off. We are not at least got a thank you from fucking Tito's, because
Do they even know?
There's at least 200 people have converted to Tito's since we started drinking it. And I know that ain't meant nothing to them, but come on.
I remember when we were in the bar, my buddy said, "You got to drink this Tito's stuff, man. It's just so good." And I used to be a kettle guy, and I'm like, I love this vodka. It's awesome.
Love it. I love Tito's. Tito's is. But some be like, "Oh, I can't drink vodka." I never had that problem. It's like, "Oh, I can't drink vodka." Or, no, I don't drink tequila. I get crazy on tequila. It's like,
I've only
wow.
had,
I just
I've
don't
only had
like
one
tequila.
vodka I like.
Yeah, tequila tastes weird to me.
I
I
had
don't
this
know.
one Polish friend who apparently his family made homemade plum vodka, and it was fantastic.
Plum?
Plum,
How
yeah.
thick was that? Was
No,
that
It was like
fucking
normal vodka consistency.
diarrhea?
But isn't plum with like, yeah? Isn't
That's
plum
all
what gets your
there.
ass back on track? Isn't it a laxative?
Plums?
No, that's prunes.
Nobody,
close.
nobody wants to get the shits from drinking alcohol. I took 4
That's
shots
basically
last night.
the
Now I got the shits.
The
That's doo, baby.
I've had plum sake. That's actually pretty good. If you
That is good.
Sake is good
I
stuff.
had that in Vegas.
oh Vegas,
You
Well,
Vegas?
really? Should we talk Vegas? No.
Yes.
Hey, has anybody tried? Not to knock the alcohol conversation down, but has anybody tried the new Doom?
No. I started.
Doom.
All
I
know
downloaded
is
Doom 3.
Yeah, all I know is
I
Scythe
didn't.
downloaded it from Steam and within 2 hours applied for his refund.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Look, I tell you what, I liked it. I'm watching people stream it. I haven't played it because Doom 3 was the game that officially made me not play scary games in the dark no more.
about, like-
Absolutely.
Because if you've ever played it, there's this one part where you're walking down a hall and the lights all flicker and there's like shit coming up on the walls and little babies creeping around going, and it's like, fuck that, I'm going to bed. I'll play this shit when there's the sun up.
Oh, you can go to bed right after that? I stayed up for like a week and a half.
Because I don't truly believe in scary monsters, but when I'm sitting there playing the game and my 4-year-old, my 5-year-old or my 7-year-old sneaks into the living room to do something. So I'm not expecting anything to be moving through the room. And then all of a sudden I see them go flying by. I tell you what, scary
Like
games
little
don't know this. But there's nothing better for a scary game at 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning than your 5-year-old who's supposed to be in bed running to the kitchen beside you in the dark.
Oh man.
But yeah, so I saw the Doom. I will give them credit for making the first level, that first part look like cheesed over original graphics. If y'all noticed that, when you start the game, the first level looks like a kind of modernized, shitty looking Doom original level, and then you go through a door and it's like, oh wait, here's the real kick ass shit you've been looking for.
Ah, nice.
I never played it, but apparently I heard that if you see yourself after you die, you have like the original Doom like pixelated face. That's kind of funny.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. Somebody mentioned Drunk Canadian stream, right? And he completed it on the hardest level because I asked him what level did you complete it in, and he played it pretty quick. He didn't do all the the special levels, right? But he did that the next day.
House Hindo says, "B Country, you should stream those VR horror." Look, dude, I have watched people play those, and I have watched them literally almost shit their pants.
Yeah,
I don't know. I tell you what I did see, and I'll bring this up real quick because I know y'all talked about the VR stuff before, right?
No, we haven't actually. We haven't done a VR show yet.
Oh,
but go ahead.
You haven't.
No, go ahead. talk
Well,
about it.
I was watching the IGN where they got a bunch of their people, their employees to come in and try the Vive, which is the one that lets you walk around the room. It's not the Rift where you have to sit down, but the Vive you can walk around. And one guy did something that I think is going to happen a lot. In the game, he dropped some batteries. He bent over to pick them up, and he went to balance himself on an in-game table that wasn't really there, and caught himself before he face planted. But I think that's going to happen a lot.
Yeah.
I think you will see that kind of shit happen a lot when somebody goes to bend over in one of these games and they go to balance themselves and reach out for something and they realize when it's too late that chair was in fact not there as I hit the floor. Wearing face planting into my $700 VR goggles.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Have you guys
one thing-
tried it at all?
I haven't tried it at all. I'm hoping to build a PC this summer that can run a VR. I'm planning on getting the Vive, but
You see
I
that?
haven't tried
How old is your computer, man?
it. 3 years.
Mine's almost 2, and mine's like plenty good to go.
Well, so let's put it this way: when I bought Fallout 4, I was on the raggedy edge of almost not being able to run it, just
Wow.
because of the graphics card. It's a Twin Frozer 7800 There's 78,
You gotta
52, I
feed your
think.
hamsters, dog. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just run. See, well, I don't want to get into this. I imagine we'll devolve into that maybe. See, I'm running an ATI 290X. So I mean,
Well, so the thing was like, at one point I was gonna buy another one of the same card because they were like super cheap now. But then I had issues where I don't have enough power from the power supply. Then basically, in order to do anything significant, I'd have to replace like half of my parts. So like, screw it up.
you bring that up. That is the exact horror story. I thought, I literally one day thought I'm going to just upgrade my processor. I went to Newegg. They had a deal: processor plus motherboard and RAM. I bought it, got it all, put it in, turned it on, and it told me CPU does not support it. Find out that the motherboard that was supposed to be bundled with this process doesn't push that's it was a 195. I mean a 120 slot, 120 watt slot, but this was a 220 processor. So I had to send that back, get a new motherboard, and then realized most people out there say, "Oh, for this you need a 1,000-watt power supply." And I'm sitting here going, "Oh shit, I only got a 750." So one night I bought $150 worth of stuff, but spent almost $200 just on overnight shipping fees.
Yeah.
I totally screwed myself. So never ever just go, "Oh, it's going to be a simple upgrade."
No.
Yeah, basically, I came to the conclusion that if I wanted to do anything significant, I'd have to spend like $500 on parts. And it's like, why at that point to get like a small increment? Just build a new one.
Yeah, just build a new one at that point.
Never pre-made though.
And then have a nice, awesome server with my old one. Put some Linux on that shit.
That is something I never got into.
Linux.
Never got into Linux.
More on that operating system thing later. Just wait.
Oh my God, who runs the Celeron? Who said that? Oh,
I was just jagging Bunker. Somebody said
Actually, it's
Core,
only
I went
one
that
core. I'm actually running this on a Raspberry Pi. That's my computer, you know.
for the
Just,
record, in 1998, my dad bought me a 700i E-machines with a Celeron in it.
Oh gosh.
I can't look at your thing, Bill, or whoever posted something in chat because I do that. I'll mess up the video. So
Oh, it's all good.
I'll wait.
I was just saying, I think my dog might shit her
When
pants.
dog wore pants, would he wear the pants like this or like this? Obviously, the second one.
What?
No. I saw a picture. The first one, they actually make rain slickers for dogs that follow the first pattern.
Well, the pants are just hold the shit in. So
Oh, for that. No, so for those on the stream who can't see this, it's the age-old problem of horizontal along the the horizontal axis or vertical like a human ling in doggy style position. But
doggy
question.
style position. Gotcha.
Doggy style.
fucking
there's-
how else
there's-
do you describe that? I mean,
I'm really
that's
not sure I
clearly-
want to go look at this
See,
picture at all.
This is the problem with having PC on the show is it typically just ruins the show.
It's not
Why do
really
you
the
think
show.
nobody-
This is great.
This is
This
what we
is
do.
what-
This is the
This
show.
is fun.
One big sidetrack.
Absolutely, that's
Dude,
what it's all about.
that's what happens on an open comp show. That's what I'm saying. It's like, again, it is a show where you just start drinking with your buddies. You're like, "Oh, hey, did you see this?" You're like, "Yeah," and then somebody goes, "Yeah, well, did you see this?" And you're like, "Oh, well, yeah, that was cool too." It's like totally just the opposite thing of what you just talked about. It's
Absolutely. Hey, how about
like, holy shit, who saw the Justin Bieber dick pics? Did anybody see? No, I didn't see. Did you? I did. Yeah.
Is that something you're searching like normally? Like
Hold on.
Oh, come on, hold on.
I want to
You have
know.
not
I want to
seen
know.
the Justin
Did
Bieber
Rain
dick pics?
answer that affirmative or not when you asked that question?
No, I don't know, but I've seen them. You have to go see them.
Why?
Go ahead, link them in
Because
chat.
he's a famous
I'm
guy.
trying to
No.
see
No,
these
if somebody
dick
said,
pics.
"Hey, did you see Bob down the street dick pics?" No, I don't care about Bob down the street dick pics. But if you say, "Hey, did you see Brad Pitt's dick pics?" You're like, "Oh, hell yeah, Google."
Your
No.
country's got like a
Good
whole
looking
search
dude.
algorithm just for Brad Pitt.
I just asked my wife, did you see those? And she says yes or no. I'm like, okay, they're good. Okay, I don't need to do that. No. So who's bought Overwatch?
I haven't yet, but I will before it comes out for sure.
You only
No
have,
question.
5 days or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I like the suspense.
I mean, they're not gonna run out.
Well.
I
We're
remember
all
we
out,
had to
sorry.
pre-order shit.
One
Like,
of the things
Jesus
that I
Christ.
noticed is, go buy it on Amazon. It's $59.99, right? But if you do it through your beta, the little BattleNet interface, it's $39.99.
Save some
So,
money.
Everyone
Go
go
through Battle-
buy it off BattleNet. Save
Absolutely
money.
did. I'm done. I'm good. I'm ready to play.
Get Battle.net to sponsor us now.
Get BattleNet to sponsor us. We'll work on that.
Eric,
like-
make it
Yeah.
so.
Make a what?
Make it so.
Make it so. I got your
Let's say Battle.net.
I got your
Battle.net
digital blasphemy accounts. What do you want? What do you want?
I mean, I'm trying to play more
Free
Diablo.
Battle.net accounts, all the games. I mean,
Did you try that one?
I mean,
Lacey?
You own all the games.
I'm trying to, but not a lot of people I know play, and it's hard to get a group. Here's my problem. I have found now that I have one, I find myself
Well,
spending
we
a lot of
play.
time like on the iPad. But do you know how many games are actually like legit for the iPad? Like none.
Clash, baby.
I find myself
Bagel.
playing two games: Hearthstone, and then there's a game out there that combines poker with like kind of like a Hearthstone thing. It's it's an RPG where you fight enemies and stuff using a poker deck. So you actually your poker hand.
Did you
it's their
say?
poker
Hold on,
hand.
hold on. Let's be clear. Did you say poker deck or poker dick?
I think you
Poker
know what
deck.
he said. I think you know what he said.
Because I saw
Yeah,
Lash.
you
He's
do
a little funny
combat-
face.
Because
you combat-
minutes earlier,
Triple X poker.
No, hold on. But you
Triple
do
X.
combat against the
Justin
enemy
Bieber's
using,
poker stick.
using poker cards, and then you're trying to make your hand better than theirs, and that's how you do damage. So it's pretty cool.
See, Max Blitzkrieg here in Tom's agrees.
The
Sounds
yeah,
like
I mean,
pocket jacking.
I have found that I really enjoy some of the mobile games on the phone. We are an anti-Apple house. Like, we don't have any. There are no Apple devices, right? They're Android or they're Microsoft
You guys
or
eat
Linux.
plums instead?
Plums, a lot of plums. what is it? What was that?
Oranges, navel oranges only.
I had little kids who used to watch that iCarly show on the time. They always had the iPair, right?
What I gotta do?
But I'm addicted to like Boom Beach and
Ugh.
what the hell's the other one?
I gotta be honest. I watched iCarly. I had
Classic.
kids, so it was okay. But oh my god, they're adults now. Oh my god.
Well, Pirates Showdown. Pirates Showdown, which is kind of a fun one. It's and it's not a pay to win one. It's pure strategy type puzzle solving, but it's still action and blowing shit up. So it's kind of fun. We were in a bar once, and we were all there on a my old boss was there, and a couple of us were there, and we dared our boss to go talk to this one woman who looked exactly like Carly if she were in her 30s. And we told him to go
So a
up and
normal
say,
Carly, just coke aged.
we told him
Just
to go
coke-aged.
ask, what is it, Jennifer Cosgrove or whatever real
Miranda
name-
Cosgrove.
Miranda Cosgrove. We said, hey, go ask her if her name's Miranda Cosgrove, right? And she told him he was like a dirty old man and all this stuff, and he pointed at the end of the bar and said, it's them, they're the ones, I don't even know who this person is. And we're thinking,
No, you gotta
We
own
said
it.
kids.
Just keep going. But like, no, I'm pretty sure that's your name.
he's
I was
usually
gonna call you
pretty
that from
funny,
now
but
on.
no, he was very
So
quick to
Miranda,
blame us.
how you doing?
It was kinda
I've been
funny.
looking at your mail. I'm pretty sure you're
I've
wrong
been
right
looking at your mail.
So,
So yeah.
so here's a few guys coming up about interesting games. Who here has seen the new Battlefield trailer?
Whoa.
now. Everyone.
I have not actually.
What?
Can somebody send BC the link to it so he can watch it? Because
Yeah,
we're
I can-
all
Look, I
gonna
will
watch
watch
it
it,
here in
but
a
I'm gonna
minute.
tell you right now, as I said on the last show, Battlefield 1942 was the best Battlefield ever.
And
No.
Well, you say
Yes,
that.
sir.
Don't do
It's
that.
36.
Don't
When was the last
do
time
that.
you had a bullshit? When was the last time you had 32 versus 32?
Fucking
This might
Vanilla
be-
WoW was the best WoW.
No, I'm not talking about vanilla. I'm serious.
Any WoW's
Come on,
I'm going to
man.
agree with BC here.
Only
I
good WoW
love
was a dead
Battlefield
WoW.
19.
I loved the fact in 1942 you could get in and have actual you actually had like tank battles, and if you was really good enough with them planes, you could actually have legit bombing runs. It was
You
legit
could do
stuff.
that with Vietnam. You could do
I'm
that
willing-
with
a little
Bad
bit
Company. You
I'm
could do
willing
that
to give this a chance.
So
I know you did not bring up Vietnam, which was the worst ever fucking Battlefield game.
It was.
when I started playing first-person shooters, my first-person shooter
Ugh.
was Call of Duty 1. The original World War II
Medal of Honor.
Call of Duty.
The only good thing about Battlefield Vietnam is the only thing that's good about anything Vietnam is the soundtrack.
Well,
I mean,
sure.
that's
Mm-hmm.
And shoot people with an M60.
unfortunately there's not been a war out there that's had a better soundtrack than Vietnam.
I mean, what were they rocking in World War One, man? Fucking.
Hey, and they had Adrian
Hello,
Pronoun
baby.
too,
Hello,
right? So,
hello.
hey, there you go. So hey, well let's watch the trailer. Does BC have the link?
Yeah, I sent it in Skype.
Totally rendered trailer too, right? So here we go.
This
guys.
is all some of its gameplay.
We can all comment as we watch it. This is the The Xbox One version, right?
I don't think it's specifically Xbox One, but I think it's quote unquote early access Xbox One.
Yeah. So we're kind of showing the video to everybody now, and it looks cool. I mean,
Let's go to the film, Jim.
there's lots of explosions.
There's lots of clubbing people to death.
I want to
like
run
the
the
song
tank and
choice.
run people over.
Just let me get a horse and maybe a Southwest
Seven Nation
cannon.
Army by White Stripes. Okay.
This is due out in what, October?
Yeah.
Yes, October
Yeah.
21st, I believe.
Nice.
Speaking of like old war games, has anyone played Day of Defeat ever? If you guys all have all the Half-Life games.
I have Day Defeat. It's fun. I play it every once in a while. I played it last weekend, actually.
Oh, the Source one or the original?
Day Defeat Source.
Nice.
Nice.
Aim in my
So
awesome
bunkers?
Half-Life pack.
All right. So I have
Bunkers.
officially watched the trailer.
Yeah. And
I'll tell you what. For a single player, I would probably play the shit out of it. I don't know that I want to run around with a bunch of dudes with clubs and scimitars. The only thing that might be cool is maybe trying out the biplanes.
yeah.
Maybe that. But I don't know, man. I like technology. I mean, I really do. I mean, that's why I like World of Ships and World of Tanks. Getting into the big guns and stuff. I like
World
that.
of Warships is, I mean, you could almost directly take a World of Warship ship and put it in like World War One, World War Two. The technology hasn't changed that
Yeah.
much, has it?
No, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Is like they showed a couple of the battleships, and it'd be like,
Yeah.
it's kind of cool if those could fire. Artillery and stuff like that's kind of cool. But again, I just don't know if I want to ride a bunch of horses around with scimitars and because you're talking World War One. They've just started getting into actual
Warfare.
military tactics beyond everybody line up and we're going to take turns shooting each other in the face.
Yeah.
This thing
that's
excites
not true,
me
man.
ridiculously much. Like I said, I started with COD World War Two, and I love that. COD 1, COD 2. COD 3 I didn't really play because it was terrible. And compared to like COD and the Battlefield, I feel like the Battlefield series has always been a little bit more serious. It's a little harder. Like, snipers have bullet drop they have to actually compensate for and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the combination between World War One, which is going to be a really fun thing, especially the trench warfare is going to be kind of crazy,
I think
and
it's
the Battlefield series, I think it's going to be awesome.
The trench warfare.
Stand up, then you die.
You had armor. Exactly. Yeah. So the trench warfare actually going. If that's how it turns out, and multiplayer would probably be the best place for that. If it literally is a trench to trench fight, where you are having to go in, take a trench, and then get up and run across no man's land to get to the next one, that might be an interesting fight. I mean, to be honest, that and that is kind of reminiscent of, like I said, the 1942 playstyle where you were running from building to building, trying to not get shot by the tanks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, that might be an interesting concept that they utilize. The problem is, I find with a lot of games, stuff like that would be like a really cool concept. They just don't utilize that very. I find that sometimes they neglect what I think would be the coolest feature of it and go somewhere else.
Well, I mean, one thing that's really interesting about World War II, or World War One, sorry, is that it really was like an almost anything goes. They were like trying to make it up as they go along. You saw the guy in armor; that was a thing. They'd have like sheet steel that would put on their helmets and chests to try to block from snipers, and they had like tanks that were effectively just armored tractors. I mean, everything is just kind of.
Well, yeah,
ad
you had
hoc.
the old. Well, you saw that one shot in there where they had the old general or whatever it's called, which is the tank that they built so that they could just drive over the trenches and then lay fire down into the trench. Which
That's
never
a
became thing.
modified tractor, effectively, an
Yeah.
armored tractor.
But I mean, the guy with the duck shirt. I don't know what to call you, Lash. Right, you're Lash, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's laughing.
I mean, you seem excited about this game. What is it that excites you about this?
Well, the point made that, I mean, invariably, it doesn't matter what the developers of the game intend. I think that people will take the game and go. I mean, no one is going to purposefully fight in a trench if they don't have to. That was the result of just the ridiculous, bullshit that was World War One. I want to see what people will do with those weapons and that like limited capabilities. Like a fucking biplane is not F-35. I want to see what a person could do with a biplane, like, and a person running from a biplane on a horse with the aforementioned scimitar. It's just different, man. It's like,
But World War II trenches had a purpose, right? Because you had the development of this actual. You started getting like the 1918 Browning, the actual what was legitimate like, machine gun, 1919
Vickers.
Vickers, yeah. So you had these spots where here's our line of men, and we want them out off the lay of the ground because at that time, that was your main problem was fire coming over the land. So you had these trenches. World War II, you didn't need that because we didn't have to worry about it. We had fucking tanks to deal with. You had armor that people would just hide behind. I mean, trenches did not work in World War II because the mechanics at that time were different. It no longer was your main enemy just a guy on a hill with a fucking 1,000-round-a-minute machine gun. It was the dude driving in the armored vehicle, and no matter how many bullets you shot at it, is not going to kill it. So I mean,
well, also as part of the German strategy, the whole Blitzkrieg was, quote unquote lightning war. So you'd get a bunch of trucks and a bunch of guys, and they would just go as far inland as they could before they got resistance.
I mean, I think you will see. I mean, you're going to have to see. I mean, the whole point of the World War I, it was a trench warfare battle. I mean, that's what it was. It's from trench to trench. Because once you came out of the trenches, you were literally running across open field with just this massive, just bullets just everywhere. And unfortunately, that's what the guys had to do. So, I tell you what, those people had some balls. I mean, they really did have balls to get out and do that. So I mean, that kind of aspect of the game does look kind of interesting to me. I just don't know if the technology interests me that much of going back to a guy running around with a saber as his backup weapon. It's like
it'd be fun. I like, Erox is in chat saying, maybe drop things out of the biplanes like they used to do. And, the first thing that came to mind is, drop a Molotov cocktail. That'd be fun.
Well, that's how bombing started.
Yeah.
They started bringing pistols in planes.
somebody said mustard gas. I mean, that would be interesting.
They showed it in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. I think that's good. I you know what? It's at least a game that I'm going to give a look, right? Because I did enjoy 1942 a great deal, and I remember the first time that I got out of a one of the amphibious boats onto Normandy, right? And I could hear the bullets whizzing around, and I was actually afraid. I'm in a video game, and I'm actually afraid to move.
Yeah,
That was
it
the
was
first
the
time
immersion
they
was real.
ever do that to me.
I tell you what is going to be. I hit push it. I tell you what I think is going to be interesting. The concept of trenches and artillery. Because remember, one of the wickedest, nastiest shit ever came out during World War I, and that was white phosphor. So, I mean, think about being in a trench and a shell dropping next to you and putting white phosphorus all over you. I mean, that is some nasty, nasty shit.
I mean, all pretty much all the gas and all the, like I said, the white phosphor are all artillery driven. That's what launched it. So,
Yep. It'll be interesting. I'll be back there shooting artillery. Screw it.
Yeah, who wants to die?
See, I want to control. Yeah, I like the idea of controller too. I didn't like how some of these games where they basically create like. That's what I didn't like about. Was it Battlefield 2 where they started if you want artillery or whatever it is, you have to get 10 kills in a row or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Then you could call in artillery on the map or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that was only Call of Duty.
I remember they used to have
thought
might have been
Battlefield
Call of
did
Duty.
that shit.
the spawns.
What was?
If you Battlefield Bad Company 2, if you go, there's actually like an artillery gun in the spawn. You can go and like drop artillery. Is that what you're thinking of? I don't think they ever had
Might
like
be.
a
It's
kill
been
streak
so long.
thing.
I have not played those games in forever. I've not played like none of the latest Call of Duties and Battlefields. I mean, they're just so kind of generic for me. I just got out of them.
I'm just happy Battlefield's moving towards a direction that makes sense. Because Hardline, okay, it's cops versus robbers, but the robbers have an Abrams tank. Yeah, that's the.
I mean, if you got money, you just robbed a bank. First thing you're
Yeah,
gonna
but
buy.
you're not. What? We have like a guy right outside the bank.
Well, if you
waiting
want to do that, they
handle-
already got a game that's pretty badass. It's called Payday 2.
So, I think it's a good direction.
Well,
I don't know. Like I said, it might be something to watch. When's that supposed to be coming out?
October 21st, I believe.
The question is, will the hype for that pay out as the hype for Battlefront 2 did? Or
We're gonna
whatever,
find out.
just Battlefront. Because I am one of those guys that bought the new Star Wars Battlefront game and immediately got refunded. I was like, no. Let me guess, y'all never played that either, did you?
No, I've played
Is
it.
that BioWare?
No.
Did BioWare make that?
I don't know.
It was Dice.
It was DICE? For real?
I believe so. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, if you just like seeing like Star Wars shit, it's fun. But if you don't like go too deep in it, if you just want to get on and fucking shoot some stormtroopers and shit.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I think they should give us some free keys so we can stream it and see if it's any good.
That'd be awesome.
There you go. That's what I think that should happen.
Well, you know what? I real quick, y'all since y'all do a gaming show, this is kind of one thing that I actually talked about on another show. And I actually it was just some random show I picked up on Twitch. What do you think about the way they're going now with the season passes?
I'm not a fan of it.
No.
It's just milking more money out of it.
Before.
Well,
Never
I mean,
mind.
it's you say milking money, but I mean, basically what they're saying is, look, buy your expansions today, and then when we release them, we'll give them to you.
Yeah,
I feel like
building an
expansions-
incomplete game.
Yeah, the expansions aren't like the expansion of old. Like when you bought like Diablo 2, the expansion was a whole new thing, like completely different. This whole day one expansion shit, like
LOD.
I shouldn't have to pay for content that's already on the CD. You know what I mean?
It's
No,
the
I
industry,
understand
though.
that.
It's the
I
price.
understand that, but I mean,
It's the cost of building, playing the game, making a game.
No, just make the game, and then like maybe
No, but they
a couple
can't
years
afford
down
to
the
do
road,
that anymore.
add stuff.
I'll give you an example, like
Mm.
the Division, which I absolutely fucking love. I play it all the time. Well, I haven't played it the last couple of days.
Afterwards.
I bought the season pass for that, and I'll tell you why. And why I have bought season passes before is I can afford the season pass today if I got the money for it, so that when they decide to drop, here's an expansion pack for $20, I might not have the $20 to get it, but I'm going to want to play it with all my friends. So for me, it's more of an issue of I can actually afford the season pass today. Then I know that when it comes out, I'll get it, as opposed to having it come out and be like, man, it's a week till payday. Now I got to sit and listen to all my homies sit and talk about all the cool shit they're playing, and I don't get to do it. So, I mean, it's kind of a convenience thing for me.
I mean, we vote with our dollars. That's what America is now. And if DLC wasn't successful and people weren't taking advantage of it, then it wouldn't exist. So I think invariably that's the business model. And the business model wouldn't exist if it didn't work. So,
Yeah, but you get like half a game most of the time now.
I actually
Like I played
think
Fallout
that
4 and I finished it, and I took time off work to play Fallout 4, and then I finished it in like 2 days. I had finished all of the side missions, and then I was just like, okay, what do I do now? Oh, let's
Yeah.
build a fucking
That-
settlement.
Did you, in fact, build a
that's one of the
settlement?
Challenges, right?
Huh?
I think
Did you
the
build a
whole-
settlement?
I built a
Both of them.
settlement, but I mean, it wasn't fun.
I
think
loved it, dude.
maybe-
I built mine in the castle, dude. That was the best thing ever.
Yeah, but you're limited to how many pieces you can use, and you're like, oh man, I reached my cap.
But that's the thing. The two things that I see a lot of people bitching about out there is the season pass, but on top of that, just the pre-ordering in itself. The whole concept of pre-ordering. It made sense to pre-order when we had hard copies, so that you didn't have to be that guy,
Mhm.
that guy at 12 o'clock in the morning waiting for the door to open to get it.
Well, I remember
You know what I'm
having to
saying?
wait
Did
like
that.
2 weeks to buy
I
a
did
game
that.
because they
But-
didn't have any.
But now pre-order, basically all that does is guarantee you, we'll let you, with some games is, we might let you download it and install it early, but not play it. But even then, it still might not be that. It's like,
SimCity 5 burned me for all
You're
time.
still gonna have a
With
last minute
fucking-
download, right? So
I will
Hey,
never.
SimCity 5
fucking-
got me a free Mass Effect 3.
I think the whole industry is
True.
really trying to figure out where they go with charging for games in general, right? I think microtransactions in and of itself are an experiment. They're seeing how well they do. They don't know the business model of the future for gaming, I don't think. I mean, look at CCP. They're trying everything under the sun and then some, right?
I will say
CCP
Payday
is,
2. I don't know if y'all play Payday 2. I'd say they are probably one of the best games companies to look at, the people that run them. They put out DLCs all the time. They're typically about $4.99, $3.99. They had a little bit of content, not a lot. But you know what? You don't even have to buy those to play that content. You just need the host to have that, to play the content. So if your buddies buy some of them and you buy some of them, you can actually still share the content without having to actually have it. So, I mean, it is still pretty kind of cool how they do that. I mean, for me, that's an interesting way of doing it.
Yeah.
Well, I want to bring up another company that does free-to-play nice with DLC. How about Grinding Gear Games with Path of Exile? Has anyone ever played that?
Oh, I played Path.
No.
I played it like when it first came out. I haven't played it in a while because they didn't have anything where you could respec, and I like totally picked the wrong stuff, and I had to make another character. It's terrible.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely like a little hardcore like that, but they have like new currency, you know, where you can respec. It's like Orb of Regret and stuff. But I mean, all the expansions are free. Everything you can pay for is just like cosmetic, and it's. I mean, you can have like supporter packs to get like more cosmetic stuff, and like actual like physical merchandise as well. But I mean, from what I hear, like they do the free to play model with DLC. Very nice.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Lash? You don't know him like I know him. When you're not here, he's
Oh,
wonderful.
someone said, it's like battered wife syndrome. I keep thinking it'll get better.
Talking about that. So here's a quick question: how many of you have done the update to Windows 10?
Hold on, we're not going there
I
yet.
saw you talking
Hold on
about
that.
this.
Time out. Hold.
Well, I got
Hey,
8 more
Pope
minutes left.
Petrol, thank you for the follow. Pope Petrol. And that brings me up to, some folks wanted to post links earlier. Obviously, if you are a subscriber to TMC, you can post links in the chat, just so everybody knows. So, if you'd like to support TMC and all the shows like Open Comms and ours and many other streamers, please do that. You're always welcome, but never required, to tip us. And please take time to visit digitalblasphemy.com. They have some free stuff on the site that is fantastic. You can look at all the art that's out there, and it's pretty cool because you can put it on all of your devices if you want. And that's kind of my plug. And that said, it is time for the pure, unadulterated rage part of the show, courtesy of Bunker, who was raging on Slack before the show. And of course I was trolling the shit out of him because of it.
Oh yeah, that's
it was a lot of fun.
That's the job here.
So what is it? What somebody playing with your PC behind your back is?
Yeah, exactly.
Clinton hanging out with your PC. What's going on? By the way, on that I'm doing another shot.
Oh, so those who don't know, Windows 10's come out. This fantastic Windows 10, quote unquote. That it's pestering you every fucking 13 seconds to update. So
did you want Windows 10? Did you want Windows 10?
Beginning, I
Windows
thought,
10?
hey, this is pretty awesome. I'll try Windows 10. So I downloaded Windows 10, and about 50% of my things I use on a day-to-day basis fucking just crashed.
Well, stop
work.
using that shit from 1991, and maybe your software will work.
So it's like, okay, so I record TV.
LimeWire, man, you got to get rid of it. It's over.
I have a cable dongle, so basically, I can record TV with my computer.
Dongle.
Yeah, so you plug it in. It's
He
cable.
said dongle, ladies and
coax.
gentlemen.
It's a coax to USB, so I can fucking record TV. Well, guess what? They got rid of fucking media player, so you can't even do that anymore. Eve crashed, Steam crashed, VPN crashed. Half my daily use things crashed. So I said, okay, I reverted back to Windows 7. Well, I read an article this fucking week that apparently, if you don't pay attention to the 60 goddamn pings they send you every fucking day, they actually auto-schedule you to update. And if you don't cancel it, you'll go to sleep one day, wake up, and there'll be a fucking Windows 10 computer the next fucking morning.
That's your ass.
How many of your
such
5
ass
PCs
of
did
man.
this affect?
So after I read the article, I checked my computers and my family's computers, and out of 5 computers, 2 of them were auto-scheduled to update this week. So
maybe if you upgrade to Windows 10, your freaking
camera would work.
I'm
I'm
surprised
surprised
you
you
don't
don't pay for Windows in the first place.
So Coolstorm 10. When I tried it, the Steam Eve launcher crashed every time you tried to load it, and Steam itself crashed. It may have changed it since then, but when I tried it, like it was fucking probably over Christmas break time. It all crashed.
He's got more
he
viruses
was-
than Africa on his computer.
No,
He was much more rageful in Slack.
all
before
this
the
shit
show.
is because they're fucking, it's all about money. So if you look at right now, Facebook makes $9 per person per year off your data. Google makes $40. So think of all this data they're fucking collecting because it's all about collecting data.
Do you use
They're probably
Chrome?
making $100. I do use Chrome, but
Oh,
you know what?
You're
That's
helping
a
Google.
choice. That's one thing. If you do it, I understand that, but your fucking OS,
Turn it off.
I shouldn't have to worry about your
Turn it
OS. You can't turn it off.
You can.
Or
turn it
if
off.
you
As,
can,
as somebody,
yeah.
I also have Windows 10, and I really have had no problems with it at all.
No, zero.
The only problem I've had with it was when I updated and I put in the new hard stuff. It saves your fucking shit to your it actually saves the shit to your motherboard fucking BIOS thing. So I started my new Windows and said, oh, your shit's not genuine. The fuck it's not. Call them. Yeah, what's the problem? My shit's not authenticated. It was. Now it's not. Well, did you do any major changes? Yeah, I did actually. Well, sorry. So I had to go buy a $200 copy of fucking Windows 10
What?
to get my shit authenticated.
You needed to talk to me, BC. I'll make a phone call for you, Bauer. I'll do it
So
for
I
you.
mean, Eric's talking
He's
about like,
got
oh
Bill
yeah,
on
there's
speed dial,
ways
son.
to get around all this stuff. But the fact is, I shouldn't have to be forced into a fucking OS that A, has ads in the goddamn start menu, sends your private data out to other companies, breaks all your drivers, and fucking doesn't work for half your goddamn things. They shouldn't auto send it anything. If I don't want to, I paid for a goddamn Windows 7 service. I shouldn't have to fucking be forced into goddamn Windows 10.
Max, I gotta
I mean,
gotta
most of
get.
my
seen these ads.
see, look, hey, most of that shit, mine. I went and looked on the internet. I turned most of that shit off.
Yeah, and by the way, you can turn it off during the install for crying out loud. Takes less
Look,
than.
if I want an
So the
active
example I sent there in Slack.
Your freaking phone does the same thing. All those little apps on your phone are doing the same shit. Look at that. See, he's working Windows 7. Look, a little spinny. Fantastic. He had Windows 10. That shit would work.
back in Africa.
Windows 8.1, yo,
Oh, 8
Yep.
sucks.
with classic shell.
One, son.
Every other Windows you avoid
MS
like the
DOS.
plague, right?
6.2.
Bunker says Skype crashed.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Every
Skype
time-
didn't
So,
crash.
So what I was
Windows, I always use
It
classic
did.
shell. It's
That was Microsoft telling you to toe the fucking
yeah
line.
exactly
Yeah.
they're trying to shut me up. So
Toe the party line,
fucking,
motherfucker.
the example I told them was, okay, so what if I had a job with to tow a bunch of shit? So I go to fucking Ford, I buy an F-150 because I have to tow things. Well, what if in the middle of the fucking night, Ford comes to my driveway, picks up the truck, drives a fucking C-Max in, and then leaves? Well, I can't do any of the original shit I wanted to do with this goddamn C-Max. It's not a bad car,
Wait,
but
hold
I didn't
on.
fucking choose it.
what's the C-Max?
You download a
It's a
car.
hybrid.
Can I just say something? Not to be
You
picture, but you
don't
ain't
have a car.
towing almost nothing with an F-150.
I'm just saying, if
Of
you
all the
buy
trucks to
something,
pick, for
you
crying out
spend
loud.
money, you like something, and then they just try to fucking sneaky ass switch it for something else that doesn't do whatever the fuck you want. What? Why? So they can fucking make money off of you from your third party advertising data. It's ridiculous.
Everything you have said is 100% correct. The question is, what the fuck are you going to do about it?
Well, I'm holding my shot glass up
Nothing.
to the
You can't do nothing
monitor
about it.
so
Well,
I can
there is
collect
things
his
I do.
tears.
I
The
still
only
have-
complaint I have is
We're gonna have
my
them
beard
later.
does not look nowhere good in Windows 10 as it did in Windows 7.
Your beard? Dude, your beard's,
Moral
your
of the story
beard's
is back up
phenomenal.
your
I don't
data,
know.
keep your original Windows 7 disk, and then if they fucking
My beard was
switch it out
not
to you-
this gray in Windows
Shoot.
7, fucking Microsoft.
The beard's fabulous, brother. Hey, I want to thank Big Country for coming on today. We've got a minute left. Thank you
Damn it.
very much, BC. It was a lot of
Don't
fun
ever
having
ruin
you
your
on
show.
the show. And everybody, don't forget Open Comms every Thursday at, is it 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock?
9 o'clock Eastern, I guess.
Yeah, 9 o'clock Eastern. Be sure to check those guys out because it's hilarious. It's a lot of fun.
What I need to do is have you come on and then you can ruin our show like I ruined yours.
You didn't ruin our show. You fit right in.
Enhance.
I really appreciate it. It was
Enhance.
great. I'm more than anytime you need a sub, you let me know. I'll come over. All right, guys. So I think we've got .com coming up next with late night fights. If I'm correct, if I'm wrong, I'm very sorry, Dot. And thank you to everybody. Please visit our sponsors. Please follow us. We certainly appreciate it. And next week we're gonna have another fabulous show. Follow us on Twitter, Whiskey Gaming 69, because this panel made fun of me when I made it Whiskey Gaming 2. So I had to update it to Whiskey Gaming 69 so you can all remember it, and please follow us on Twitter. Thank you,
Yeah,
everyone.
because it was Whiskey Gaming. You should have made it Whiskey Gaming 1.
No.
Really, that was taken.
World War
Right.
One version. I was.
And thank you to everybody in chat for participating. You certainly made this show a lot more fun, and we look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Good night, everybody.